So it's been a minute, and I kind of want to explain a little bit of that, and I have two cool things that we're going to be kind of talking about in the video. Obviously, from the title, you know that we're going to be actually taking a look at the dunks. I was able to get my hands on a pair of Riots, not that it was super hard or anything, but I have skated in them once, and I have a few first impression thoughts. We're going to get a session with them in, and everybody kind of already knows how a dunk skates, so I've always kind of thought it's kind of a useless video to make. But really I want to look at it from a durability standpoint, as well as like I want to kind of feel them out and maybe see if there's a comparison to be made there, or if I don't like them a whole lot, or what's going on. But this is more like a first impressions video. Item number 2. So, if you guys watched, I think it was 2 videos ago when I did the inverted trucks, I had some kingpin issues. And since then, they have come back in stock. I actually updated my pinned comment on that video if you've been keeping up with it. But just a couple days later, these have showed up. All right, so we got some stickers, obviously, some good stuff. Okay. Bam, got some trucks, and what do you know, they're the inverted kingpins. So, cool thing about this is I didn't have to reach out to these guys a second time to make sure that I got a pair of these. He promised me he was gonna send me a pair, and he did. So, big ups, that's super cool. Looking through these just a little bit, I can already tell that there's been quite a bit of changes here. They probably had a lot of issues with the kingpin in multiple areas because they've swapped it to a more classic like inverted kingpin setup. No longer is it the sleeve with a screw. This is a setup that you could very easily go just buy a bolt at a hardware store to fix. So big ups, that's super cool. It's more common. I really would like them to make these just the kingpin part available for purchase separately, but we all know with bushings and kingpins it seems to be like it's impossible for anybody to do it. Another quick notice is the kingpin is only partially hollow. It's not hollow all the way through, but it's hollow up here. It only seems to go maybe ½ an inch into the bolt, so it's not truly hollow. I wonder why that was, but regardless, I really do like them so far. This is super solid. Base plate's the same. The only thing they really did was change the way they're doing the inverted kingpin, which is actually big ups, big kudos, because that was the problem. I was not the only person that had problems. I had lots of comments and lots of DMs asking me what was going on, and as well as like people expressing similar issues specific to the kingpin. I'm happy that this was sort of resolved, and I really hope that everybody that put in a claim also got a new set of inverts, because I really like inverts, and when you buy a pair of trucks and you want the invert and it breaks, that's ass. I'm actually excited. I really hope this one doesn't have the same issues as the previous one. All right, so as for the dunks. So the session I skated into the dunks, we went out to a new park in Utah here. It's at Pleasant Grove. Very well-rounded park, actually. And anyway, we went out there and I was just skating them, and I was just skating them to kind of get a feel for them. And just immediately, one of the first things I noticed was my flip tricks felt pretty similar to how they do with the 1010s. My heel flips felt decent, my tray flips felt all right. Like, nothing was super different. In fact, I think they skate very, very similarly to a 1010. And that was super cool, actually, to find out. Being the first pair of dunks I've ever skated, I'm actually pretty impressed with them so far. I really wanted to look at them from a durability standpoint, because everybody says they seem to last forever. So I really wanted to like touch on that and like see how long I can make them last, because I feel like I'm going through shoes quite a bit. I will say this, when I first put the shoes on, they were the most uncomfortable piles of crap shoe I've ever worn in my entire life. The insoles suck, the padding's not very great, the way it hugs your foot is super uncomfortable. I loosened up the laces and that helped, but it really didn't start to feel comfortable till after I put that session in on them. Once I skated in them, they got way more comfortable and I can actually wear them now and they don't like kill me. But as for one session, about 3 hours, we can take a look here at the pattern wear, right? So I've got the stitching starting to come undone on the sole. I've got the stitching coming undone on the toe cap a little bit. Some light wear and tear, you know, just nothing too crazy. I actually did have somebody be like, oh man, why are you skating those? They're collectibles. And I'm like, dude, they're not even like, who resells? And I'm like, dude, they're not even worth anything. If you out there and you're reselling, stop, skate your shoes. But all in all, not super bad so far. So I figured we'd give it another session, try some stuff out, see maybe what it is, probably make another video on them when I'm all done. I don't necessarily want it to be a review type video because everybody already knows and everybody already likes dunks. So whatever, I just want to give my opinion on it, throw my hat in the ring, I guess. Now with the first session that I was in on the dunks, I kind of feel like there might have been some like first session luck kind of stuff going on. Because it had been a couple days since I skated and I just threw them on and I was like, whatever, I'll just go back to my other shape and like try and skate with these on, see how they feel, see if I like them, see if I even want to keep them or even try, right? And I decided that I liked them enough that I'm going to try them again. So this is the second session that you'll see with these. And we're going to go skate them and I'll give you kind of some impressions on a trick specific basis. And let's get going. Let's go skate.
So we're going to start with some kickflips and stuff. Pay no mind, my consistency is kind of trash at the moment. I've been not skating as much as I should. Couple things that are ringing true. My kick flips the first day I tried out the dunks felt really good. They still feel really good. So that could also be related to my shoes being worn out, but I feel like my kick flips just feel better in general in them, which is weird. Heel flips are gonna take a little bit of adjustment, but they feel pretty similar to the 1010s. And my nollie and switch are just horrid right now. So forgive me, but all right, so tray flips felt weird, which is kind of what I expected. The first session they felt really, really good, but now that I feel the shoes out a little bit more, I seem to be having troubles with them. We're gonna do that one again up the step up or something probably. Not a super crazy flat ground warm up. I want to start skating some of this other stuff before it starts to rain or snow, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's little pieces of snow coming down here and there, and that's why the park's kind of wet. But let's go down and skate the mini ledge. I wish I could skate the big ledge because it's kind of covered in shit, and I don't have a broom. So yeah, we're gonna go down and skate the mini ledge. I think you can probably see it now, the snow's coming down. I think I'm gonna leave it at that one because I wanna skate more stuff than just this. We're gonna flip it to the other side. I'm gonna do a couple tricks.
did see that. I saw you masturbating in the corner of my eye.
All right, so I kind of got rained out on that first session, which is okay, it happens, but I didn't get as much skating in as I would like, which is kind of a bummer. First impressions of the dunks, I feel like they skate pretty good for the most part. I don't really have any major concerns durability-wise yet, but we'll see how that cookie crumbles, I guess. That being said, since the skating did get cut short a little bit, I did record a little bit at one of the street spots we went the day before, that first session I was talking about. I'll sprinkle a couple of clips here at the end. I didn't really record a whole lot because I was actually working on a different trick, but that one you guys can't see yet. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop me a like, drop me a sub, helps out a lot. I am going to be uploading a lot more frequently. I've kind of dialed in my schedule and things, and I've got some cool things to reveal to you guys here very, very near future. So stick around. I'll see you guys in the next one.